Welcome everyone. Welcome to the Santa Barbara CALSOAP Virtual College Fair. We have a killer lineup of institutions for you to hear from this evening. But before I turn it over to them, I do have a couple of housekeeping items for you. I'm your facilitator tonight. My name's Courtney. This is a webinar, so your camera and your microphone are off, so our panelists cannot see or hear you this evening, but they know that you're going to have some questions. And so anytime during the presentation tonight, you're welcome to put those questions in the Q&A feature at the bottom. Go ahead and type out your question, and also note the college or university that you're directing your question to so that they can answer appropriately. Next, this is a really fun way to learn about colleges that maybe you've heard of before and want to learn more about, or maybe possibly explore a college that you've never heard of before. There's a whole another hour after this evening, so we hope that you sign up for more sessions. This is being recorded this evening, and the playback of this, along with all the panels that happened last night, will be available at strivescan.com or strivescan.com/CALSAOP. So without further ado, I'm going to turn it over to our presenters. First up, I'd like to introduce to you the University of Oregon. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Well, good evening, everyone. My name is Loretta Felix, and I am one of the admissions counselors for the University of Oregon. I am actually covering for my colleague Grant, who could not be here tonight. He is your admissions counselor, and I will be sharing his contact information with you later today. The University of Oregon is located in the city of Eugene. We are 2 hours south of Portland and about 3.5 hours away from the California border. And just like anywhere in the Pacific Northwest, we are an incredible area for outdoor recreation. In Eugene alone, we have hundreds of miles of hiking and biking trails. We also have water sports and water activities with Mackenzie and the Willamette River that is right in the backyard of the university. But Eugene is also equidistant between the Cascade Mountains and the Oregon coast, and our students take full advantage of the ability to go snowboarding and skiing on the wintertime, or even having a little bit of a getaway to the beach. Eugene offers our students that quintessential college town environment, very similar to a San Luis Obispo or a Davis in that regard, where there is this immense sense of pride that Eugene is home to the University of Oregon. We are green in every sense of the word. As you can see, we're very physically green, and that's because we do get more rain than we typically see here in California. I affectionately call the rain our liquid sunshine because we would not be as green without it. And living in Eugene, you will experience all 4 of those traditional seasons. Eugene is also green in the way that we live. We are actually ranked the #1 greenest city in the nation. So sustainability is a common thread that you will see throughout our community, both on and off campus. The university itself is considered a mid-sized institution. Our undergraduate enrollment is about 18,000 students, and our total enrollment is about 22,000 students. So at the University of Oregon, we really focus on that undergraduate education. I always want students to tune into that, because as we start talking more about the experiences and opportunities our students have, it's truly there for you to take advantage of at the undergraduate level. Being a mid-sized campus means that our students have the ability to get the best of both worlds. Our students can seek that larger school environment with the ability to access 168 academic programs, groundbreaking research opportunities, Division I athletics, over 300 study abroad programs. But we also place high emphasis on a small academic environment, with our average class sizes just being about 25 students. So our students still have the ability to really connect with their peers and the professors in that classroom environment. The University of Oregon is a Tier 1 research institution, so we are in the same caliber of our research universities, or the UCs here in California. But we are also a member of the AAU, which is the Association of American Universities, and we're one of 2 institutions in the Pacific Northwest to be an invited member of the AAU. As I mentioned, we offer 160 academic programs. So there's so much for our students to choose from. And if you're sitting here and you're like, I have no idea what I want to study, that is perfectly fine by us. We recognize that when you get to college, you are exposed to a lot of different academic areas of study. So if that means taking that first year or 2 years to explore, you have that opportunity to do so without getting behind in that 4-year graduation plan. There is no doubt that the U of O has tons of campus spirit and campus community. With over 300 student clubs and organizations, it really shows you that our students are connected and invested within our campus life and our campus culture. We are also home to Division I athletics. We are most known for sports such as football and basketball, but we are actually most famously known for track and field. Fun fact, Eugene's nickname is Tracktown USA. In regards to applying to the University of Oregon, for anybody who is a senior, our application is open and you can apply at any time. Our students can apply through the Common Application, the Coalition Application, or the Oregon app, which is on our website. Our students are evaluated through a holistic process, which means we want to get to know you as a student, but we also want to get to know you as an individual. So a personal statement and activities list is required. The U of O is a permanently test optional institution. And when I say optional, I truly mean optional. No student would be faulted for not submitting test scores. These are deadlines to be aware of. November 1st is our early action deadline. Students who apply by November 1 will hear an admissions notification no later than December 15th. And our regular decision deadline is January 15th. We absolutely have no preference what deadline you apply by. We review each applicant the same. And regardless of the deadline you do apply by, all students have until February 15th to provide updated academic information for full merit scholarship consideration. The U of O has the Oregon Guarantee, which means the cost of tuition is fixed and will not rise through the completion of your degree or up to 5 years of education. So it is our commitment to you to be able to financially plan for college. The University of Oregon offers a variety of scholarships, some that are automatic consideration as long as you apply to the University of Oregon. And all of that information can be found on our website. So I want to thank you again for taking the time to learn a little bit more about the U of O. My name is Loretta Felix, and I am covering tonight for Grant Preheim, who is your admissions counselor. This is Grant's contact information, and I will also be placing it in the chat. Thank you so much.
Thanks so much, Loretta, to you and the University of Oregon. Audience, feel free to put those questions in the Q&A at any time. But next up, I have the pleasure of introducing to you Loyola Marymount University. Take it away, Nathan, whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much, Courtney. Hi, everyone. My name is Nathan Faust. I'm an admission counselor with Loyola Marymount University. I'm also a recent alum of the university, class of 2019, and it is my absolute pleasure and privilege to introduce you to LMU today. So as an out-of-state student coming from Portland, Oregon, go Ducks, my college experience was really just centered around the idea of like, I want to be in a place where I feel like I'm at home, where I'm going to be in a place where I really see myself. And when it came to LMU, that was the place for me, just a bunch of people who were really centered around the idea of making the world a better place. So also PowerPoint hates me, so here we go. So Loyola Marymount University is a Jesuit Catholic institution located in Southern California. What this means is that we're part of the Jesuit tradition, meaning that the Jesuits are an order of Catholic priests around for over 500 years with a strong focus on the power of education. It's like my mom was an Episcopalian priest and she was like, go look at Jesuit schools because of the focus on education. And so with that being said, we tailor our academics through 3 different lenses: the encouragement of learning, the education of the whole person, and the service of faith and promotion of justice. What this means is that you're not only going to get the greatest academic experience in the classroom, we're going to want you to experience all of Los Angeles in itself, because it's the physically largest city in the country and we take use of every single piece of it. With that being said, my absolute favorite statistic about LMU is that nationally we're ranked number 16 for student happiness. So that's the thing. The most important thing is going to university where you're going to be seen and where you're going to be happy, and I promise you LMU is the place for that. So moving forward, our undergrad enrollment is 6,600 students. That makes we're on the lower end of a mid-sized institution. So we are D1 athletics. So you're going to have classes with future professional athletes. I'm actually texting a guy from my freshman first year seminar who now plays for the Cleveland professional baseball team. And we also have all the research facilities of top tier institutions as well, such as like the #9 science labs in the country, #8 film school in the country, and top programs all across the board. But at the same time, there's no competition for those resources. So our average class size is 19 students, and our student to faculty ratio is 10:1. What this means is that from day one, if you're in the film school, your hands are going to be on state-of-the-art equipment. If you're in our science labs, you're going to be doing science along with your professors using the same equipment. You're not going to have to wait for anything. We want to make sure that you're going to be seen and you're going to be valued as a student here at LMU. So the thing about our academics is that it's seen through the lens of the core curriculum. We believe that education isn't just about becoming the best in your field, although we try, but it's about understanding education as a whole and seeing how everything fits together. So our core curriculum is 2 theology courses, 2 philosophy, 1 math, 1 science, 1 English, 1 history. And what this means is you're going to be able to understand the world really. So like, let's say you want to be a psychiatrist or a doctor. When you have 2 patients, you're going to need to understand them in different ways. And so because of that, we're going to have the idea that you're going to understand philosophy, you're going to understand religion, you're going to understand English, you're going to understand the things that make up the world we live in, so you can be the best possible at your field of study. And so with that being said, all that really comes together to say you can study whatever you want. So one of our tour guides is a triple major, double minor across 3 different colleges, and she's graduating in 4 years. Another one is a double major with in the liberal arts college and also on the pre-med track, and he's graduating in 4 years. The thing about LMU is that we don't want to hinder your education in any way. We want you to be able to follow any single thing you want to study. So, but I talked about like really just the idea of Los Angeles. Our location is fantastic. So we're 4 minutes away from the beach, currently ranked the #1 beach college in the country and #1 most beautiful campus, but that's just extra. But right down there, you can see that everything in this picture is roughly 25 to 30 minutes away from LMU. You can access every single place in Los Angeles incredibly easily from Loyola Marymount, excluding traffic. It's California, but when you really look at it, there's so many opportunities even right off the bluffs. If you see that area down there called Silicon Beach, just right down here. So if you know Silicon Valley, all those tech companies, we have over 500 tech companies right off the bluff, literally 2 minutes away from our campus, and they look to LMU first. So that includes like Apple, Google, Microsoft, Intel, Square, Honey, Snapchat, BuzzFeed. They're all down there, and they look to LMU students first for jobs and internships. Because not only are you getting phenomenal education, but these are students who are supported and know they're going to be taken care of, and know they're going to be seen as individuals, not just numbers. And this all comes down to one of my favorite statistics, that 96% of all LMU undergraduate students have a positive outcome, such as employment or graduate school, within 6 months of graduating. So what this means is that if our graduating senior class is 1,600 students, 1,536 of them are going to be fully employed or in graduate school within 6 months. That's a phenomenal number. And what we see that as is the fact that LMU students are prepared for the world. They're ready for anything that comes their way. When things are tossed to them, LMU students know they're definitely going to be able to handle really pretty much anything. I graduated as an English major, and my first job from sports management, finance, business, and now I'm an admission counselor at my alma mater. None of those have anything to do with English. But the thing is, LMU prepares you, like really it's great. LMU just prepares you for the world in itself by just seeing you and saying, hey, anything you want to study, you can do, and anything you want to do, we can help you get there. And finally, so just like the quickest thing I want to touch on real fast is just the idea that we are student-centric and that we do look to students first. So we have the Academic Resource Center, which is centered around tutoring, ethnic and intercultural services, which is centered around finding identity. But my favorite one to talk about is student psychological services. With the prioritization of mental health, we want to make sure our students know they're going to be taken care of. I'm going to be dropping some information in the chat down below about more ways to connect with LMU. But thank you so much for being here today, and please feel free to ask me any questions you may have.
Nathan, thank you so much to you and Loyola Marymount University. Next up, I'd like to present the University of California, San Diego. Take it away, Jessica, whenever you're ready.
Hi, thank you so much. My name is Jessica Green, and I'm an admissions officer at UC San Diego. I'm your admissions officer, so I will be covering your area in the Santa Barbara area, and I read applications for first year and transfer students by territory. So I might have the opportunity to read one of your applications if you are a senior, so or a transfer student. So the University of California, San Diego is, you guessed it, located in San Diego. We're in La Jolla. The picture you're seeing here on your screen is underneath the Scripps Institution of Oceanography Pier. Scripps is this amazing opportunity for anyone who wants to study marine biology, oceanic and atmospheric sciences, environmental systems, the geosciences. These are all really incredible career paths that you can do with Scripps. We have an aquarium. All the research vessels are coming out and leaving from the pier that you see here on your screen. So there is just several opportunities for you to be able to study at Scripps. So there's over 1,200 acres on our campus, so it is pretty large, and a lot of our parts of the campus are accessible to the beach. So even if you're not going to be studying at Scripps, it's going to be a really great opportunity for you to be able to engage at the beach. We have a really big event every year called Meet at the Beach. Everybody goes down to the beach before the first week of school really kicks off. We have over 140 majors and disciplines to choose from. So there is a lot to look at and study. So our majors, they range from everything from, of course, the STEM oriented majors to also humanities. We have the 5th best theater and dance program in the country, according to the Hollywood Reporter. We also have several majors in the biological sciences, pharmacological chemistries. Some of my favorite majors are actually in cognitive science, which is the study of psychology and neuroscience. And there are specializations in things like machine learning and neural computation, as well as design interaction. So either creating new algorithms, teaching a computer to think like a human, or creating new apps and websites and platforms with psychology in the mind in the forefront. So many different computing paths at UC San Diego as well. We do have some majors that are capped. That means they have capacity limits. So if you are applying to UC San Diego and you're a first year applicant, you want to put a first choice major and a second choice major on your application, as well as for transfer students. However, we don't use major in the holistic review process. So if you're admitted, you might be admitted to your first choice, your second choice, or undecided. So we have several top rankings to consider and think about. The average starting salary of a UC San Diego graduate is just about $56,000 a year. Mid-career salaries are over $128,000 a year. We have $1.3 billion in research funding. So that means that you truly will have opportunities to do research in your first year, your second year, your third year, your fourth year on campus. We have the Phage Center for Therapeutics, which has an emergency FDA clearance. It's one of the only labs in North America that's able to do phage research. So we're taking bad bacteria and we're creating and viruses and creating new therapeutic treatments that specialize to kill a certain bacterial infection or something that might be going on. So they've had a lot of success with Alzheimer's research, with cystic fibrosis. One of my student workers has gone on to law school, but while she was in school with us, she was doing internships at the border at Mexico with people who were trying to help others administer legal services as they were trying to enter the country from the Mexican border. One of my other student workers, she did haptics engineering research. So when she was working with an outside firm, she was creating these gloves that in 3D virtual reality settings, you would actually feel the sensations of water. She's actually now graduated and is working for a computer programming company, and they're actually creating chips for our brains. So there's just a lot of different hands-on experiences. Another one of my students I work with just got done their internship with SpaceX, and they were a part of a team that built part of the Mars rover as well. One of my other students does dolphin cognition research too. So really the research and cognition of dolphins and humans. There's just several different opportunities at UC San Diego for you. And we have something else really unique called the college system. We have 7 neighborhoods on campus, and you are assigned to one of the 7 neighborhoods. It's like your residential community on campus. You can kind of think of this like Harry Potter and Hogwarts and how there was the houses. So students do rank the colleges on their application. And if you're a senior, I definitely would love to be in touch with you or a transfer student to tell you how to rank the colleges, because it's also how you fulfill general education requirements. So it's almost like you're picking applications, you're picking classes on the application. So it's really important to rank those colleges properly. This is some statistics about our student population as well as gender identity. And we do have a 4-year graduation rate for our first year residents, as well as a 95% retention rate. So 95% of people continue on to that second year after completing their first year at UC San Diego. Several living learning communities on campus, and they are also associated with your college assignment, and you can get all your basic needs met on campus. We have a Target, you can get mental health services, new glasses, just a variety of opportunities. And we also have a trolley line coming to our campus, so you can get down to downtown, catch a Padres baseball game, maybe go down to Balboa Park or Sunset Cliffs. And for student involvement, of course, we have Division I athletics and over 500 student organizations too. So it is a holistic review process for UC San Diego. Some of the factors are listed here on the screen, and we will not consider SAT or ACT test scores as a factor in admissions decisions through fall 2024. So not considered at all. won't even see them. The UC Application Center will keep them. So in my final thoughts, please use that Q&A feature after I'm done. Please let me know what questions you have about UC San Diego in the Q&A feature. I will answer them, and I'll share my contact information in the chat box too. But UC San Diego really is just an incredible school with lots of opportunities, 34% admission rate for first-year students. So thank you all so much for joining us tonight. And I believe Courtney's going to get us back on track.
Thanks, Jessica, to you and the University of California, San Diego. Next up, I'm happy to present Western Oregon University. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Awesome, thank you so much. Let's see, share screen. There we go, awesome. Hi, everyone. Hopefully you can see all my presentation. My name is Itzel Venegas Trujillo, and I'm an admissions counselor here at Western Oregon University. So Western Oregon University was founded in 1856. We are the oldest public university in Oregon. We were founded as a teaching college, and it's located in a small town called Monmouth, Oregon, in the heart of the Willamette Valley. We're about 20 minutes from Salem, our state's capital, and about 75 minutes from Portland, our state's cultural hub. We're a small public university. We have around 4,500 students, making our average class size around 19 to 22, and our student to faculty ratio about 15 to 1. Our admissions requirements are pretty simple. We're looking for a first-year student to have at least a 2.75 minimum GPA, have completed or will complete 4 years of English, 3 years of math, including Algebra 2, 3 years of science, 3 years of social science, and 2 years of the same second language with a C- or better. Take note that we are accepting pass grades due to COVID-19 to meet our requirements, as well as credit grades. We are test optional, so we don't require any ACT or SATs. We've actually just taken it away from our scholarships as well. So we're completely test optional. If you're thinking of transferring over after going to community college, we are looking for a transfer student to have at least a 2.25 cumulative college GPA with at least 36 transferable quarter credits and 24 transferable semester credits. So super simple. One of the main questions we receive is, can I afford to go to Western Oregon? And our simple answer is yes, you can afford it. More than 80% of our students do receive some form of financial aid. Along with that, we also offer a reduced out-of-state tuition rate, which is what we call the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. For those of you who do not know, Western Oregon University is part of the Western Undergraduate Exchange Program. Don't get them confused. We call it the WUI. This program allows us to automatically give all students from these Western states a reduced tuition rate. This program basically gives you 50% off. It's projected to be around $14,500 a year. Since WUI tuition is based on your residency or residency status, any and all major and minor programs are eligible for this tuition reduction. More good news, WU also allows you to stack on any of your funds, school funds with your WUI tuition rate. So you're not missing out on any money going towards college. This includes merit-based scholarships, need-based scholarships, diversity-based scholarships, athletic-based scholarships, and so much more. Please take note that all California students will receive the WUI rate automatically. Here you will see our projected tuition rates for the next academic year. For Oregon students, WUI Texas students, and non-residents, so all Californians have to look through the WUI under the WUI Texas column. As you can see for room and board, you are looking about $11,000 a year based on a standard double room and common meal plan. Please note that tuition and fees estimates for undergraduate students are based on a 15 credits per term for fall, winter, and spring terms. Actual tuition billing may vary based on the number of credits you're taking and any associated course fees. And now on what to study at WU. Here at Western Oregon, we offer several bachelor's degrees. We have the Bachelor of Science, Bachelor of Arts, Bachelor of Music, and Bachelor of Fine Arts, with over 50 majors and minors to choose from within our College of Education, College of Liberal Arts and Sciences, and Pre-Professional Studies. Students are able to find their passions to achieve academic success. Notable programs include business, criminal justice, teaching education, computer science, psychology, exercise science, biology, pre-nursing, American Sign Language Studies, and interpreting theory. Please note that here at WU, we do not have any impacted majors. Another big topic is housing here at Western Oregon. We have several option types of housing, which includes double, single, suite style, and live-learn communities. For first-year students, we do have a one-year live-in requirement. As a result, Western Oregon provides up to 4 residence halls, primarily designed for first-year living experiences with residential assistants equipped to help students through their first year at Western. Along with that, we offer a lot of opportunities to stay active, stay involved, and receive a lot of student support. Here at WU, we have NCAA Division II athletics. We offer 6 women's sports as well as 6 men's sports. We do provide partial athletic scholarships, so if you're interested, let us know and we can point you in the right direction. Along with our sports, we have over 60 clubs and organizations on campus for students to learn leadership skills and pursue their passions. WU students are involved in many organizations, including social action clubs, LGBTQ groups, cultural-based organizations, creative arts groups, and so much more. From that, we at Western Oregon strive to offer many services in which students can reach academic success. Need help with classwork, academic advice, or looking for career advice? Then we have you covered. Our academic advisors within our Student Success and Advising Center are equipped to help advise students in exploring different majors, choosing the best fit for you. We provide free academic tutoring within many areas, including computer science, math, science, writing, and so much more. Students are also able to take advantage of additional support services from our Student Enrichment Program, Office of Disability Services, and Multicultural Student Services and Programs. For those students who seek career advice apart from their faculty or academic advisors, you can find assistance through the Service Learning and Career Development Center with career counseling, help with graduate school applications, hands-on experiences like those of community internship programs, on-campus jobs, and alternative break programs. Ready to apply? If so, we only need you to submit two things: our own WU online application and submit official transcripts from your school. Right now, we are waiving the application fee, therefore it is free to apply. With that being said, we are on roll admissions, meaning we do not have a deadline to apply. However, we do have a priority soft deadline of January 15th for scholarship purposes. You have to be admitted in order to apply for our scholarships. Please note that if you do not meet our minimum requirements, that's okay. We're willing to work with you through the process and may ask for additional documents to complete your admissions application. Here's my contact information in case you would like to contact me afterwards to talk about how WU can help you with your college or journey to higher education. I'll also be posting it on the chat. Thank you, everyone.
I was on mute. Thank you again so much to Western Oregon University. Our next presenter tonight will be from Antioch University, Santa Barbara. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Thank you so much, Courtney. I really appreciate it. And thank you all for joining us today. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. So let's see. Okay. My name is Harry McDonough. I'm the admissions recruiter for Antioch University. I represent all campuses. So that includes Los Angeles, Seattle, Washington, Keene, New Hampshire, which is our New England campus, and of course, Antioch University, Santa Barbara, which is what I'm going to be talking with you about today. Antioch is a very, very special and unique institution. I certainly have never really encountered a university quite like it, which is why I'm so excited to kind of inform you about what it is that we offer and sort of how we differ from other schools that might be on your radar. As you can see here, I'm going to be talking about our undergraduate degree completion program. And I think even that in and of itself is very unique because we only offer degree completion programs, meaning that we don't have first-time freshmen among our student body. Instead, we require students to transfer in a certain number of college credits at the lower division level. So we have a good number of students who are coming to us directly from SBCC or Ventura, who started at those colleges directly after finishing high school. But we also have a nice healthy mix of individuals who are coming back to finish their degrees after putting them off for a while, maybe because of work commitments or family commitments. And now they're at a point where they want to come back and get that bachelor's that they've always wanted to receive. And one of Antioch's mission statements is sort of trying to figure out ways that we can sort of meet the student where they're at, whatever your goals are, whatever your path is before you academically or career-wise. We want to do everything that we can to help you in achieving those goals. So I want to run through what we offer at the undergraduate level. We have 6 different degree pathways. You can kind of see behind the text there, that's a picture of our campus. We're located in downtown Santa Barbara at the intersection of Anacopa Street and Coda Street. So we have a really beautiful facility there. What we offer is a BA in liberal studies to students who are coming in a little bit unsure maybe of the path that they want to take. The focus there is exploration, looking at various different humanities courses, courses related to things like creative writing, English, history, classes related to business. If there's a particular specialization within liberal studies that we offer that interests you, something like environmental science or business and management studies, you can opt into that. But the focus there really is on exploring different pathways before you. So we do have a good number of students coming into that program who really like the kind of loose approach that we take when it comes to picking your courses and charting your course forward. We also offer a BA in management that explores the application of business principles needed to build and strengthen human and social enterprises, build a foundation to understand and lead change, in a diverse and complex culture and develop skills for innovative leadership. The focus there is building a company culture or a business and management culture that makes people want to come into work every day. Not just how much money can you make and how much can you profit and get out of there. It's how can you build the type of culture that perpetuates itself by people being excited to come in and work. We also offer a BA in psychology for those of you who might be interested in going directly into the mental health fields. With this particular bachelor's program, it sort of tees you up nicely for our master's in clinical psychology, which is a very well-renowned and popular program at Antioch Santa Barbara that does set students up for licensure as marriage and family therapists and licensed professional clinical counselors in the state of California. And finally, we offer 3 applied studies programs, which I think are really unique. They're based off of these models that we developed at our Los Angeles campus, but essentially what they are is a way for students who participated in career technical or vocational programs to transfer in those credits towards a bachelor's program. And that's not always something you can do with those types of degree pathways. The way we look at it, you essentially have done the major requirement of your bachelor's program. And you're going to be coming to us to fill out your general studies, your humanities, your general education courses, and come out on the other side of the bachelor's that you can use for career advancement, potentially starting your own business, or moving forward in whatever your chosen field is. So no matter if your vocational program was something like automotive technology, cosmetology, we can accept those credits and set you on a path towards your bachelor's. Now, those are the programs we offer, but I want to take a second to specifically talk about what sets us apart, because I think that is really, really important for us. Something unique to students coming to us from SBCC is our 3+1 program, meaning that if you can transfer in an equivalent number, about 3 years worth of credit, you only have to do 1 full year at Antioch Santa Barbara to come out on the other side with your bachelor's. So that would mean all 4 quarters, spring, summer, winter, fall, you're doing classes with us, but it's only a year and you come out on the other side with your bachelor's. We operate on the quarter system. So our quarters are 10 weeks with 3-week breaks in between. We offer, as mentioned, 4 quarters per year with rolling admission and the option for you to enroll any quarter. Now, something else that's very unique to Antioch, and I think another huge part of kind of what makes us different from other schools that might be on your radar, is that we place a very strong focus on social justice within our education. For us, that means talking about issues of socioeconomic justice, racial justice, and environmental justice directly within the curriculum of a lot of the courses that you take. Because to us, we feel it's hard to be an effective practitioner of any field if you're not aware of how those issues of social justice affect it. So we want to make sure that we're open and honest in our discussions about these issues with our students, and that extends into the curriculum of the courses you're going to be taking with us. Additionally, the option exists for you to fast track into one of our master's programs, either a master's in clinical psychology or an MFA in creative writing. And lastly, we do have faculty practitioners, individuals who know these fields inside and out and aren't years retired from the field. So they know exactly how they work, and you're going to be hearing directly from them. We do also offer multiple opportunities for credit. That includes prior learning, so turning lived experiences into college credit, internships, concurrent enrollment, and independent studies as well. Lastly, I want to briefly talk about the admissions process. As you can see up there, it's 4 quick steps. There's an application for you to fill out on our website. We do offer a fee waiver code if you attend an info session. We just need your transcripts. And then finally, an admissions essay. Looking forward, describe your educational career and personal goals and how the completion of your bachelor's degree at AUSB can help you accomplish those. The deadline is for winter of 2022. Our next deadline is December 15th, and classes for winter would start January 3rd. Lastly, here is the contact info for Jody Burns and Sonia Martinez, who are admissions counselors, myself, and then Kevin McDonald, who is our undergraduate academic advisor.
Thank you so much to Antioch University, Santa Barbara. Our final presentation tonight will be from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. We were having a couple of audio issues earlier, so we hope that that won't still be a problem. But here we go. Take it away whenever you're ready.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I'm using somebody else's computer, so hopefully it works. Okay, can you see my screen?
Yep.
Okay, so ready to go. So my name is Laura Jewell. I'm an admission transfer admission counselor at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas in Las Vegas, Nevada. UNLV is a place like no other, is one of the 4 top ranked most diverse universities in the country. So if you're looking to mingle with diverse population, with population that's coming from different cultural backgrounds, UNLV is the place to be. We offer over 300 undergraduate and graduate majors. We offer about 71 majors, 70 minors at the undergraduate level. If you are coming to UNLV, you may want to pursue a graduate or professional degree. You have the chance. We have a medical school, a brand new medical school. We just graduated our first graduating class, debt-free. And we do have a law school. Our civil law degree is coded. It's ranked top 40 in the country. We also have a really good business school. They have accreditation. They have special accreditation. They are renowned nationally and internationally. If you are coming to UNLV, you will experience study abroad, which is unique. We send our students not only in big cities around the world, but also in little cities where they can mingle with the culture and they can learn the language. We also offer internship opportunities as soon as you transfer in, so you don't have to wait until you become a senior. We also offer undergraduate research opportunities to our undergraduate students. So we do have an office of undergraduate research. The faculty staff there dedicates their time in helping undergraduate students throughout their research journey, and even paying for them to travel to conferences across the country and present their work. We do have traditions, clubs and organizations and athletics like everyone else, across the US, but we do have over 400 clubs and organizations. We do have Greek life, major related clubs and organizations, and fun clubs. We have a pizza eating club here. If you are not interested in any of those, you can create your own. All you need is one faculty or staff member and 3 other peers, and you can create your own club. We are a Division I sports institution, and we have, if you are a student here, you have the opportunity to support the UNLV football team when they play their home games on an actual NFL stadium. They can play their home games at the Radar Stadium on the Strip, on the Las Vegas Strip. Moving on, admission requirements. So for transfer students, the admission requirement is as follows: 2.5 GPA in transferable coursework. You have to have at least 24 transferable college credits to be able to transfer to UNLV without having to present high school credentials. If you have under 24 credits, you apply as a transfer student if you graduated high school, but you'll have to present your high school transcript for evaluation purposes. What does transferable credits mean? College level coursework from regionally accredited institutions, not remedial or vocational course. Those will transfer to UNLV. Transferology is a great tool for prospective students to see what transfers to UNLV and if it transfers as an exact match or as a general education requirement. We do accept IGETI or breadth certification if it appears on the transcript from any community college throughout California. The IGETI or breadth certification will waive the lower division general education coursework requirement. So about half of your bachelor's degree here at UNLV. Obviously, we will have an exception, that is Nevada Constitution is a requirement specific to all institutions in Nevada. For breadth certification, we also require the completion of English 102 if you have not completed that as well. The deadlines to apply for spring application is December 1st, and for fall application is July 1st. You can apply at unlv.edu/admissions. Now, UNLV's value for out-of-state students is $25,000, a little bit over $25,000 per academic year, so 2 semesters, the spring and fall. For full-time enrollment. So that's going to be about $12,000 per semester. We do have a regional scholarship that we offer to California and other Western states, is Western Undergraduate Exchange Scholarship, or WUI. That would cut about half of your tuition. That is if you apply for a fall term and you have a 3.0 GPA and transferable in no more than 90 transferable credits. And I guess my time is up.
Thank you so much. So now I'd like to invite all of our panelists to turn back on their cameras, and we'll do a little bit of a round robin. First, sharing a little bit more about your institution. So the question will be, what's one thing you want students and families to remember about your institution? And we'll go in the same order that you presented. So University of Oregon up first.
Oh gosh, this is a big question. I think the one thing I want students and families to know is we're not just an athletic university. We have so much to offer. We're in the media a lot for athletics, and that student spirit that you see on TV is just as reflected on our campus. But we offer so many affinity groups, organizations that focus on social justice and community service. And we have our students engaged in over 300 study abroad programs. So there's so much that offers, that our university offers to our students, and not just athletics.
For us, I would say that we're not Loyola, Maryland. That gets brought up a lot, but mainly, really that just, I didn't talk about the third pillar as much as I want to, the service of faith and promotion of justice. That right there is really like the question that I always get is like, what makes LMU different from every other university? And it's that, truthfully, like that's the pillar I'd say. Because like for just my go-to example of this is always that LMU is currently ranked #3 in the country for community service with over 200,000 hours done per year, and we require 0 service hours. And there's 6,600 students. It's like, that's the thing. It's the idea of living with and for others. And it was like, truthfully, coming from Oregon, I went right down to LMU and I was like, I don't know a single person here, and immediately just welcomed into the most loving, fantastic community I've just ever been a part of. And yeah, I'd just love to invite you all to come take a tour. It's only 2 hours south.
I think it's me. So what do we want students and families to remember about UC San Diego? So I think that I would really want you to remember that the University of California, I know that the campuses are competitive, but there truly is space. We do have students come from Santa Barbara every year. And so if you're considering applying, please do. The UC application period to submit your application is between November 1st and November 30th. So we're in that 30-day period. So please do consider applying, and know that we have a million different STEM majors, but also so many humanities majors, and a real opportunity to do research and have hands-on experiences. So that's what I'd like you to remember.
I think it's me. Hi, everyone. So I think one thing or a few things that you should remember about Western Oregon is that WU prides itself in being inclusive, accessible, and affordable for students, especially accessible. We try to make sure we offer as many student services, support services, accommodations that you need in order to be successful. So that's one of the things that we really, really do pride ourselves in providing you basically help all throughout your college career. Whether it's your first generation student, we have a bunch of support services there for you. Or if you're not the first generation student, you're a non-traditional student, we also have a lot of help for students. And so that's one of the things that we pride ourselves in, being able to accommodate you, whether you have a physical or learning disability, whether it's just you don't know where to go, right? We hope we are very approachable and accessible for you. So faculty are there to help you out, staff is there to help you out, and students are there to help you out. So you're not alone. Thank you.
What I really want students and parents to take away from Antioch specifically, and this is something I didn't really get a chance to touch on as much, is that we try to structure the classroom experience to be sort of like as open and communicable as possible. It's sort of more of a forum. There's not a lot of listening to a dry lecture. It's a faculty member introducing a subject, but opening it up to conversation among the students. We really prioritize building a classroom community where even if you're maybe shy and afraid of sharing, we want to sort of bring you out of your shell so that you're comfortable, really embracing your education. Tied into that as well, we don't really do quizzes, tests, busy work, a lot of sort of reading, writing, more thoughtful assignments that really make the subject stick in the back of your mind. And then lastly, this is another kind of big thing that sets us apart. We don't default to letter grades. You can request a letter grade equivalent transcript, but instead we prioritize narrative evaluations to take the pressure off of trying to learn just to a letter or to a percentage at the end of a quarter. Because to us, that's not a good arbiter of if you've actually comprehended the material. It's sort of what you take with you after the quarter's done. So I hope that that's something you'll remember about us here at Antioch.
For UNLV, what I believe that you should remember is that we are ranked third most affordable university in the country. And we also were like the most diverse university in the country as well. And in spite of our location, you don't have to go on the strip, you don't have to get involved in there. You have enough involvement on campus. You have a lot of clubs and organizations, and you do have a lot of academic support on campus as well.
Thank you so much to you wonderful panelists. We are out of time this evening, but as you close out, there'll be a quick 5-question survey. We hope you'll provide us with some feedback. There's still 1 more hour of these sessions, so I hope, audience, that you'll sign up for more sessions, and because you found this a fun way to search for colleges. This was recorded and will be available at strivescan.com/CALSOAP. Have a good one, everyone, and best wishes with your college search. Bye-bye.